Greetings, I'm Wet Hamster, and I bring you a game by Capcom. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. As promised, I bring you Monster Hunter Freedom. I will be Let's Playing this game as well as two other Monster Hunter games, Freedom Unite and Monster Hunter Tree, just as I said I would. But for now, let's start a new game. I'll be mostly playing Monster Hunter 1 and 2, or Freedom and Freedom Unite, rather, blind. So, well, I'm guessing it'll be like Monster Hunter Tree, more or less, just with better choice of weapons. But let's take a look at the character generator. Pretty much, the character generator is more or less the same throughout the entire series, it would seem. So, I'm going to do a little forum interactivity. I'm going to let you see all the different little things you could do with the character generator. Different skin colors, looks, styles, voices, and whatnot. And you can change the color here of the hair if you want. But you know what? I'm gonna let the forum choose, if they want to, what the character should look like, as well as name the character. There is eight characters for a name, so it's not very much you get to choose between, well, what you can write down. As you can hear, we got several different voice types. I'd probably guess that's not the most important one, but when looking through the character voices, it's really just grunts and you know, all that sort of stuff. So it's not really an important sound. It's just a little bit of customization, I guess. But for now, yeah, let's go with this hairstyle. And here's the different voices, of course. But, well, let's pick a name. Like I said before, 8 characters. Okay, yes, he's gonna be M, yeah. Let's see if we can find it. No, not too big. There we go, R. And Mr. T. Yes, Mr. T. We're making Mr. T. I should have made him black with bling. No, not Mr. T. Mr. T-E-S-T. That's what I plan on writing. Yes, that's right. Mr. Test. He's like our crash test dummy for the tutorial that we're going to be going through. I won't be going through the tutorial again. As you can see, I just wanted to check to make sure when I was doing the recording that, yeah, it is an 8 character limit. But he will be named Mr. Test until the actual Let's Play starts, and well, if people choose to make a character, it really doesn't matter. There's no stats or anything to be worried about. It's just how he looks. People can choose that if they want. They can choose to name him. I'll choose the one I guess the one I like the best. And this load screen here, enjoy it while you can. I will be cutting out the major load screens between going into missions and going back into town. Those are the ones that last about 1 to 2 minutes per load screen. Otherwise, shifting from region to region, because I have to do it because I have some unstable plugins and I don't know what to do with it. Until I actually solve these problems, minor load screens shifting from region to region in a mission they'll stay. And then we get a nice little shot of the town and a house. What could be in the house? Why, it's Mr. Test, and he's sleeping on the job in his, I guess, tank top of sorts and shorts. And is that socks? So he's just running around without shoes. It's just socks. I think he has slippers on. Oh well. As you can see, we're already equipped with a weapon, a sword and shield. Short sword and shield, I should say. This game has some interesting ideas on what is a short sword and what is a dagger and what is a great sword. Or a long sword, for that matter. But for now, we're just doing the tutorial, so let's go talk to the Veggie Elder, or the village chief. The little decrepit Yoda guys, they're pretty much called Veggie Elders, I'm not sure why. That's just what they're called. They're a race of their own. And yeah, we're talking to him, and he's telling us to go back to our house and look in our box because he gave us stuff. The hunter's knife is what we're currently equipped with, and he's suggesting us to use this as sort of a novice weapon until you get a hang of the game and are ready to try other weapons. Then he's telling you a few other things, like inside that building there's the online play modes, and he gives me a little money. That money is basically just to get you started out with armor. But for now, we'll take a look in our chest like he suggested. We can put things in, we can take stuff out, but for now we're going to go and change equipment, and he gave us one of every type of weapon except for one of them. The last type of weapon is something that is new to Monster Hunter Freedom that wasn't in the original Monster Hunter 1. Since Monster Hunter Freedom is just a remake. What he mentioned that we could read up on things, on our skills and abilities and stuff, and the local lore and whatnot, that's the magazines over there. But we'll look at them at a later time. For now, we're just doing the tutorials. Those two over there are weapons vendors and armor vendors. There's a general vendor and a sort of randomized general vendor. A purveyor of fine goods, stocking up on everyone's unwanted items. Basically, she collects people's trash and sells it. And she actually does sell it cheap, but what she has for sale is random out of a list, and sometimes you can find some really good stuff, and sometimes you can't. But I think she sells things for half price that a normal general vendor would sell things for. Sometimes she even sells like dragon scales and other crafting components like that you'd normally have to hunt down yourself. But this is, again, like the general vendor. Some ammo, various crafting items, binoculars, hunting items, stuff like that. Poison meat. There are two weapons and armor vendors. They both sell weapons and armor. One crafts them from items that you acquire and takes a very small fee. As you can see, iron for, like basic weapons, small bones, maybe a combination, and some of them, malachite. that is a pretty hard material to obtain through mining, actually. And that actually requires some scales and hide of some sort. As you can see, you can get it crafted, and you can compare it, so it's a nice little system. I suggest you get your weapons crafted, of course. One, because it's cheaper, and two, because if you wait for it to show up so it's only costs money, then you'll have to get into like late game before they start selling lower tier versions of compared to what you can get now through crafted stuff. And he sells armor and weapons. As you can see, it's twice as expensive, but you don't need the crafting components. But for now, let's go get a set of leather armor, since that's exactly what we can afford when we with the money we got. And you can equip it right there in the shop if you wish. There's a head slot, a chest slot, and a glove slot, as well as a belt and leg slot. Leg slots encompass the feet too, apparently. So let's just get finished with our equipment here. As you can see, we got the exact amount of money for a full set of leather. Doesn't quite look like leather considering you have a metal chest plate and a metal helmet, but you know, I'm not complaining. As you can see, you can also change between targets that you want to talk to of NPCs in town with the little arrow that's over their head that was just there before. But for now, let's take a look at our menu screen. We can combine items, we can check our inventory, we can look at the monsters we've killed, combo list, which is for combining items, checking the quest, general settings, well, option settings really. But for now, we can't really do much with the option settings in town. We can do something with it when we're out in the field. We have a guild card section, which I think is basically your friends list for the online section of the game. You can see who's on or something. And here you can edit your own guild card, so, you know, like, you can edit it to say, "Hi, I'm an asshole." But let's take a look here. This is basically our character. This is how much health, resistances, attack power, defense we have. This is the equipment we have, and as we can see, every piece of armor has its own little set of bonuses. Each bonus has a sort of... When you get enough pluses of that bonus skill, then it actually becomes like a skill up of some sort. Like Whim, I think that's so your gathering tools break less, and some of them will do it so you always have an attack boost, and you know, so forth. All kinds of I think there's like 50 or 60 different ones. It's pretty crazy, but there's a lot, and it allows for a lot of customization with armor too. But for now, let's take a look at this urgent quest on the bottom. Yes, we're on rails, as one could imagine in a tutorial. Then again, we did when we picked our character, we did say we wanted to start from scratch and that we were a new player, so we'd go through the tutorial, or rather, be forced through it. So, finding raw meat is our basic tutorial quest. Now, I will talk about that later, actually. And there's a little flavor text in the end. I actually like reading the little flavor text. But you can see our objectives, how much time we have to do it in, etc., how much our reward is, and how much we have to pay in a fee. But anyway,